People of the internet, today I come to you with a heavy heart, because what I am about to tell you is going to give you nightmares. What you are going to hear will make you feel that feeling when you think about your deepest fear. I mean, this alone could be your deepest fear coming to life, because Joe Rogan is opening a comedy mothership in New York City. That's right. There are rumors, and some people are saying they have confirmed that he is in fact opening another comedy club there. And today we're going to look at some of the information that might make this a reality. And Joe might just have another club. So let's take a look back at 2024 when Joe himself first threw the idea out there.
After flirting with the idea of buying a theater and second club in Austin, Joe Rogan is now thinking of even expanding the Comedy Mothership brand outside of Texas.
If we opened up another mothership, do you think Nashville would be a good spot?
Yeah.
Or would we be fucking with Zanies, or do you think it would help it?
No, I think it would be good because I think there's enough people there where you could do it.
Do you have enough comics in Nashville? How many comics are in Nashville?
There's some.
You gotta have like a base, like that want to perform all the time.
I'll do some recon for you.
We're thinking of going other spots. Thought about going to the most woke place in Brooklyn, setting up shop.
If these expansions do take place, the Comedy Mothership could be on their way to becoming the biggest name brand club chain in the country.
Now, that was in 2024, and that's the last time we heard from Joe that this could be happening. Or maybe, he was just throwing an idea out there to get some feelers, but we have not heard anything else since, right? From Joe, at least. Now, people are saying they can confirm this. People have all these, links to people in the city, the zoning and stuff like that. And one of those people appeared on Reddit to let everybody know that it is in fact true that Joe Rogan is opening another club in New York City. And I just want you to think about what you just heard, because you're never going to guess where in New York City that is. Now, here is that Reddit post. It is from 7 months ago, so back in, the summertime, right? And this is somebody that says they know people that work for the city, and they made the following post. Joe Rogan's doing a New York mothership. I don't know why this hasn't been discussed or gotten out, but this is why the New York comedians like Skanks are trying so hard to get in with him, because they want to be allowed at his clubhouse when it's all done. Source: I know a few people that work in semi-important back office jobs in the NYC government that have had to have direct interactions with his people. This has been going on for well over a year. I don't think it's finalized yet, but as of like 8-ish months ago, it was supposed to be near Brooklyn. Something tells me it's either close to being announced, and that's why the NY guys are being more rogansphered, or they themselves just recently found out about it, so they're preparing and hoping to be included at the cool kids table. Now, we can see that the guy says 7 months ago that it has been going on for over a year, so that would line up with Joe Rogan saying that on his podcast. And if it is like Joe Rogan said in Brooklyn, perhaps before he even said that to Theo Vaughn in his podcast, he already had started it or already had been looking, because he said Brooklyn specifically. And we know Joe Rogan. He is of the caliber of man that is petty and that is driven by his ego. So what a great way to get back at the New York comedians for making fun of Austin and the Comedy Mothership. I mean, it's going to suck for those guys, because what will happen is that atmosphere and the types of men that are drawn to the Rogan sphere and the atmosphere Joe Rogan has created, that's going to bring a portion of that energy into New York City. And I think I just don't know if Joe Rogan should bring that kind of energy into New York City, because I don't really think, New York's going to gel with it well. But we'll see, because apparently if this guy, if he is being completely honest and what he says is true, we could be hearing this year of a new comedy mothership, or maybe a couple years in the future. You never know with the permitting, the zoning, the business license, the inspections. And honestly, I don't know how long that takes in New York City, but it's apparent, maybe I put more of my eggs in the basket that it is true, maybe, but I'm not confirming anything or denying anything. I'm just presenting you with the evidence. But it would also line up with why little Louie and Big J are just riding Joe Rogan so hard. And you've seen an increase. And the funny thing is Skanks fans and Rogansphere fans, it's obviously a joke. It's obviously a joke. Why would you want to be associated with the Rogansphere in any way, shape, or form? Joking or not joking. And they just try too hard. I think they're trying to mask it to their fans that it is a joke, but in reality it isn't a joke, because honestly, if you're a comedian, a regular comedian at the Mothership, you get paid a lot of money, and they want to get paid a lot of money, right? They want to make that money too. If you're doing comedy, you're doing anything, you want to make money. And so these guys are definitely sucking up, because I don't think the trajectory for Joe Rogan is going up anymore. I think we're just constantly going to see a downward trajectory from now on with Rogan. I just think that's how it's going to be. But let me know what you think about another comedy mothership. What a terrible fucking world we live in, when there's not only one, but there could possibly be two rogansphere spheres. New York and Austin. Oh my God. And then the next thing you know, Joe Rogan and the Mothership is like a TGI Fridays, and there's one in every major city in America. These are scary times, folks. If you don't stand up right now, you could have a Mothership in your town. The town where you raise your kids. These are sad times.